Good morning. My mother said the microwave didn't work. It clearly does. Why would your 8-year-old take a bunch of medicine? Question of the day today for somebody that hasn't been up very long. It's before I had Amos, I would be like, I would never give my kids medicine. Why would people do that? Blah, 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 blah. As I have the value melatonin right here at the top of the stairs. Well, I'm going to tell you why. This morning when I woke up, I was like, I'm going to go upstairs. Yesterday, I had let my teenagers, just watch him for an hour so I can take your sister to TJ Maxx. Not an amazing thing. And the one of them said, well, he made a real mess upstairs. I was like, what do you mean? Well, we've been off medicine for several days. We're switching to a new one on Saturday. And his anxiety, ADHD is off the charts. So this is what I walked up to this morning. We've got some blueberry muffins. We've got Legos. And this takes the cake right here. A blueberry muffin on the wall. And then we just have normal mess here. Legos. Who's watching Blippi? Are you watching Blippi? No. You're not watching Blippi. Hey, Shirley. That's the kind of stuff that happens. So you might think, why take it? We tried to go to cooking camp yesterday. We had no luck. Transitions are super hard, being with groups of people. But when he takes his medicine, he's great. So right now, we have been on, this is just medicines we've had since the summer, and I'm out of 2. Propranolol, we're not taking that anymore. Imonidine, that didn't work. Citalopram, I don't even remember citalopram. We're not taking that. This is ADHD, mirtazapine. Oh, that didn't work. The struggle is real. Yeah, and I think for the moms out there, now this does work. Trazodone, and we're basically out. And you have to go get things compounded. So then you have to drive 30 or 40 minutes to find a drugstore that makes the medicine. And then you're going all the time. And then yesterday they tell me you have to pay for the medicine before they'll compound it. So we go all the way down there. Is the medicine ready? No, it's not. I should have been Blippi in my real life.
Help right there.
Help what?
Here.
What do you want?
Put right there. Right down to the remote station.
You want me to put the remote in the remote station?
Yes.
Where does it go?
Down there.
Right here?
No, not here.
Mommy,
Mommy.
please.
Hey.
Will you move the remote?
Remote.
Okay, right here?
Down here.
In the drawer. That good?
Close it.
Close the drawer.
Help me sleep in my bed.
You want me to go get back in my bed?
Yes.
Okay.
Take my head
Take my hat off? Okay, bossy.
off.
We gave up on all medicine. Well, so do you say something to him about the muffins on the wall? Yes, we have discussed it, but he's just woken up, and I didn't have the energy to start the cleaning of the muffins off the wall. So see, that's the trouble. I'm tired. So I could spend all day long working on Amos, and I have 3 other children with 3 different lives. I mean, we spend a lot of time, unfortunately, in survival mode, it feels like. Not necessarily, but he sleeps with me because he doesn't sleep if he doesn't. whenever we go to a new place, it's really hard. Bretley says she's at the beat. Anxiety. So the best medicine we had found was Lexapro. It was so great. I mean, it was life-changing. His teacher texted me. He was like 4. He can sit in a circle. It was really good. It's an SSRI. But the problem was it caused tics, this kind of breathing tic. So we stopped it. Well, now the tics are back and he's not on any medicine. But they did stop once we stopped the Lexapro. According to Tucker Carlson, he's just trying to piss me off, antidepressants are the cause for all the shootings and kids' bad behavior. Well, I'd like Tucker Carlson to get his little white fanny over here and spend a day with me and then talk to me about dumb shit like that. Sorry. It's good to not correct him every minute. I did that. You know, correcting him increases his anxiety, and it's just a problem. Yeah, Bretley, we see a pediatric psychiatrist at Duke Autism, Nathan Copeland, who we love. I mean, we message every week, and we see him probably every 6 weeks. We do virtual appointments. But, and he's so nice. I mean, I was like, we're drowning over here. He's like, we're going to get it. I mean, just super calm and non-judgy and tries to be helpful. My daughter cannot function without her meds. I think it's just funny because back in the day, I didn't understand people that gave children medicine. Have you ever heard of the mantra, never say never? Never say never will, like, totally bite you in the ass at some point. Tics or sensory input. Anyway, if there's anybody out there that's like, I'm dying, I will say medicine helps. I get it. It takes a long time to get it right. It's a lot. He's supposed to do cooking camp this week. Cannot get him to go to cooking camp because now he did camp last week and he was still on his medicine that I didn't think was working. So then it makes me wonder, was the medicine working and I didn't think it was working? See, that's the trouble. He can't tell me. So some children can say, like, this makes me feel this way. He can't. It's all me interpreting how he feels. And I'm not always good at it. So it's just a guess. Always guessing. And what he really wants to do is go to London on the double-decker bus. So we're going to go to Beaufort on the double-decker bus. Does it help to stop a med for a while? Then go back on it? I don't know. We're living twin lives, it seems like. I'm with you. Oh, you need to come be a subscriber. We can help each other survive. We do these morning coffee chats, which I desperately need. Well, Cindy, I think it's so important to be honest about it. I think people feel embarrassed. And the other day, I was talking about medicine, and I got all these messages. It wasn't even a video about medicine. It just happened to be something we talked about. And people were like, thank you so much. Have you ever tried clonidine? Well, yes, we have. It didn't work. And I take medicine. I take Zoloft. I went down on my Zoloft to take Wellbutrin to lose some weight. I'm wondering if you're still without the iPad. Yes, we are out. We have got rid of the iPad about 4 or 5 months ago, which has been awesome. But I will say it has made life a little bit harder because he is not entertained the way he was, but he has definitely been more verbal. But since we haven't been on medicine, he's not talking as much. Now, he's way more social with his siblings, like calls them by name and tells them what he wants them to do, which is nice. That's nice. Anyway. There's a cat in my bed. Other parents were horrible when you figure out my son's routine. Yeah, I think you can be a good friend to people when they're dealing with all this stuff. I have really good friends. They ask questions and they notice and they don't they don't like poo-poo what I say, and they're like, and they love Amos, which honestly is like the most important thing for me in the world. I want people to love him because I love him, and I want them to see that his value isn't wrapped up in the way he behaves sometimes. And I think deep down, I was raised to think that it was. And so it's kind of me come to terms with it myself of you can smear blueberries on the wall or make a big mess, but you're still awesome. And we're trying to help you, you know? Did somebody just poo-poo my instant coffee? Hey, don't knock it till you try it, Tootsie Pop. This is instant Cafe Bustelo. What did you say about Wellbutrin? I take Wellbutrin because I went down on my Zoloft because I was trying to lose weight. I've lost maybe 30 pounds since February. And I do think that helped. I also quit smoking, which makes me like the most boring person on the planet. Have you tried Strattera for the ADHD? No, we haven't. So we've targeted anxiety, and then we tried to target the ADHD separately to see if that would help with the anxiety, and it didn't. So now we're back to anxiety, and then we'll add in the ADHD medicine. You know, I generally don't suggest medicines. I trust Dr. Copeland. This is what he does. I feel like I don't want to be that person that's like, well, how about, you know, it's kind of like something my mom would call me and be like, so-and-so's nephew, his cousin, is taking something. Does creative art help him? I don't know if we've done it. He likes Play-Doh and sand and all sorts of stuff. How long do you give a new medicine for Amos? 4 to 6 weeks? No. So it depends on the medicine. Most of the ones I feel like lately that we've had, it's been a couple weeks, but there's some that Dr. Copeland is like, take this today for ADHD, and if you don't see an immediate difference, stop it. Yes, ADHD can make anxiety worse. We were fiddling with meds when he tried to jump out the window. Well, that's terrifying. Hey, Marty. Marty came to Edenton on my subscriber weekend. Marty's having her coffee. Marty, we're going to have a little subscriber chat after this. We were supposed to have a health video with our Angela Thatcher, our resident PA, on the summer slide, but she got busy. So now we can all eat sausage biscuits. I take bupropion and duloxetine. I'm just switching from Saxenda to Wegovy for myself for medicine. Yes, we didn't notice the ADD behavior until we got the anxiety under control. And I will tell you what I thought was autism when we really had the anxiety under control was anxiety. The autism for us, I mean, this is obviously all related to autism, but I feel like autism is what makes Amos interesting most of the time. Now, you could argue, well, the autism is causing the anxiety. I don't know about that. But he, autism, it's like he reads and he's interested in countries and traveling, and he has all these, he's funny. I'm a brand new subscriber and I don't know how to get on the subscriber Facebook. Hi, Susie. So Susie, right after this video, I'll do another video. And if you're a subscriber, meaning you pay $5 a month, you'll be able to see it. And yeah, we do almost daily videos. Kind of just chitty chats. And then we have different people come on. We have a health person. We have a Seton Tucker, our Murdoch crime person. My children, heaven help us all. I took Contrave. I hadn't taken that. Yeah, there's just a lot of medicine happening in this house right now. Lot of medicine. 100 degrees in Houston. Do you keep Amos away from gluten? No, we don't. He has no allergies. He has been extensively allergy tested, and he has done. And I asked the GI person, should we do that? And he was like, you know what? There's not really any reason to do it if it's not showing up as an allergy. So I did one very expensive grocery trip to Lowe's Foods to do that. And then when he said it's not that important, I was like, holy shitoli. Thank goodness. I mean, with 4 children, that's 12 meals a day. That's a lot of cooking. Well, cooking, I use that word. Putting Pop-Tarts in toasters and making blueberry muffins. That adding no gluten is tough. Does Amos go to public school? Yes, he does go to public school in Edenton. He has been there since he turned 3. So I think this will be his, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This will be his 7th year in public school, which is really the only place for him. It's not like we have some amazing private school options. I think there's some in like bigger cities for kids with disabilities. I love our school. I love his teachers. We're going to try to do a little more mainstreaming this year. He did reading last year with the traditional first graders. And that's another reason we're really trying to get his behavior under control, because if you're slinging a lunch tray against the wall, that's a problem. And I mean, even if it's your legal right to be in a traditional classroom, as a parent, I have to do what I can to help him blend in, because blending in is part of life, you know. And it's hard sometimes to know, well, why, what is just being naughty versus what is anxiety. And I don't know. I know that he is better for my nanny and husband than he is for me. Oh, thank you, Kathleen. I want to know why your child goes to boarding school. Well, Susie, we'll do a little video about that. Well, maybe we'll get Russell and Thomas on, because my second son is just heading off this year. How is he with other kids? Well, you know, he's probably better with older children. He has 3 older siblings, and they're friends because he can kind of boss them. But he enjoys being with other children. And today we have a friend going to the aquarium this morning, and I just said, do you want to go to the aquarium? And he said, with Mommy? So we might try to go do that. We might try to go do that this morning. My 15-year-old brother is autistic. I love him. He's so smart, and he's in regular school, but not classes. He's just in one classroom with one teacher all day. Oh, I love that you love him. Is Amos's medicine free? No. But we meet our out-of-pocket within a matter of like seconds every year, because I do IVIG. I have an autoimmune thing. And so it's like, you know, a fortune. So basically, I'm just like paying a mortgage to the company. Stratera makes him more calm and function more clearly. Not wanting to cooperate. Oh, do his work at school, participate in circle time. Oh, well, I'm glad to know that. Thank you, Phyllis. I mean, I do like, that's helpful to me. Okay, Stratera. Tibby Island, having some coffee. Oh, never been there. Yeah, Stratera. I feel like I've heard of that. And I get it. I know it freaks people out to be like, that child is on all that medicine. But there's this real theme in life. Well, there's two things I'm going to say. One, there's a real theme right now to talk about like joy and crazy, which I do and I've always done. And, life and how it's good, which I agree, obviously, a lot that it's good. But I think if there's something that tugs my soul, it's the conversation that we need to be truthful and tell others what's happening. And my life is pretty damn good. I mean, yesterday I found a message and they said, your video from yesterday, I think it was not a subscriber video. No, it was a subscriber video. And they said, it was so entitled. I was like, mother fricker. Entitled, what did I do? I don't even know what I said. And I said, you know what? It probably was entitled. I am sitting here at a beach condominium that my parents gave us. We get to live at the beach in the summer. I have a great job. I talk on Facebook and get paid for it. Basically in my pajamas. And I don't live in North Korea. I'm not in Ukraine, hiding in some building. I'm not a Russian family wondering where their son has been shipped off somewhere. I am privileged. I get it. But at the same point, why should if I pretend that I'm not privileged, then I'm just a liar. Like, why not be open and honest? Whether it's about what I'm doing or what medicines my kids are taking. And listen, life is tough for everybody. If you were watching this video, you are not at the bottom of the barrel. You have access to Facebook. I mean, you don't live in a country. So yeah, I'm privileged, but that doesn't mean my life is perfect. And that's okay. And I think we have to be willing to be super honest with people and tell them. Because if we don't, we don't know. My son and his friend did a video the other night. Difference between privilege and entitlement. Well, see, maybe I think they're the same thing. Maybe I'm entitled. I don't think I'm entitled to anything. But who in the hell knows what I said? All I know is I'm just tired. I think entitled would be if you weren't grateful. I'm super grateful. You're entitled to be entitled. I'm not. I just can't pretend that I'm not when I don't even really know what it is. I mean, I am open and honest. I guess I could sit here and be in a little office and pretend that I was, I'm just honest. Just gave my son his morning medicine. We all tired. Yeah. I mean, tired. I mean, I've been sleeping with someone right here for months. My poor husband is like, oh my God, where am I going to sleep tonight? And people are like, oh, you got to sleep in bed with your husband. I'm like, you know what? Please don't. I don't need any advice. Not on this. I've got a doctor. I'm good. We are picking and choosing our battles. 3 other children that I really, really care about a lot. And yesterday, my oldest son was mad that he had to babysit while I took my daughter to TJ Maxx. He was like, I didn't want to do that. I had to go to work. And I said, you know what, honey? I needed you to do it. It was an hour. And I thought to myself, should I apologize to him? This is totally not on medicine, but maybe parenting. Should I apologize to him? And I was like, no, I'm not going to. I'm going to and then an hour later, he's perfectly fine. So I don't think we need to be apologetic when we offend somebody or we do something, whether it's our own children or just a person in the world. if we're being honest and truthful and feeling like we're doing the right thing, you know? Because life is tough for my children. I mean, they don't get to have friends over and not wonder if their brother is going to be butt naked or, pee in the pool. That happened last week. Pull his pants down and pee in the pool in front of like a group of people. I mean, that kind of shit is like what we handle. So other things we do, and we're like, great. Can you please share what medicine? Oh, Deborah, I wouldn't tell you. I mean, I think you just want to make sure you have a pediatric psychiatrist. We do medicine for anxiety, ADHD, and sleeping, trazodone. Does your nanny stay with you during the summer? No, she's at home, but she's come some. But we're getting ready to go on a big trip with my parents next week. And she is keeping Amos, and my husband will be home. So we'll be gone a couple weeks. Wow, we grew up without electricity. Darlene, thank you for sharing that. It's also not a competition. Just because people have things harder than you doesn't mean you don't actually feel tired or frustrated. Yeah, yes. I make my kids out with my 26-year-old handicapped daughter. She's the oldest. We are all family. We help her. Okay, food dye. I have heard that, Allison. Team players. That's a really good way to put being in a family. Oh, wow, Dee Dee. Yeah, but we, I think being truthful and honest is scary to some folks. I mean, I always say you look at you look at some people and you're like, how are they living like that? Are you taking Amos on the cruise? We are not. Amos is staying home with our nanny and my husband. And he's going to be pissed and upset. But my subscribers have mailed him a ton of Lego people, because that is his favorite thing on the planet, little Lego people, from their own personal collections from their children. So we're going to have kind of a plan that every day he gets to open up a couple presents, little people every day, and we'll FaceTime and talk. But I have not told him we are going on a cruise because he would be pissed, because he would like to go on a cruise. And then my guilt comes in of, if he didn't have autism, would I be taking him on this trip at 8? No. Honestly, I probably wouldn't. Because we're going to be up late eating dinner with my parents. We're doing activities that you have to be 13 to do. And I probably wouldn't take him anyway. But I feel guilty because he has autism, right? And I've never left him for this long. And that is hard. But then I have these 3 people that need me. And I don't want them to grow up and be adults and say, well, my mother just spent all her time on my brother with disability. Anyway, so it's just this juggling act. And I'm very aware of it and maybe more willing to talk about it, because I don't think it helps to pretend. And I don't deserve a break. I mean, I really don't deserve a break. But I'm excited to go on a trip with my parents and my older 3 children. Do I wish that my husband could go? Yes. But most people don't have jobs where they can leave work for 2 weeks. Would I like to take Amos somewhere? Yes. I would love to take him to London next summer. I'm already trying to think about how to do that. And then we'd get there and he'd be ready to go home. Yeah, spend time with my parents. I mean, my dad said last night, when we're on the plane, I want to sit beside you for a little while because you're always too busy to talk. And I want my parents to know that they matter too. It's a lot of people to matter. Anyway, I'm going to go microwave my coffee, and subscribers, I'm going to come hop on with you, and we're going to do a little chitty chat, and we're going to take a look at this new weight loss medicine. And then tonight from 5 to 7 at Atlantic Beach at Posh Pelican, I am going to be there to, my mother said, are you having a sip and shop? I was like, is that a combination of a sip and see and a greet and meet, or a sip and meet? She said something funny. Tonight they're having a big sale, and my people had been wanting to get together and like have a cocktail party, and I was like, well, that's great. So the Posh Pelican is hosting us, do a little shopping, have a sip of wine, and I think I'm going to wear a mask because I'm nervous over all this COVID mess, and I do not want to waste the trip. So anyway, oh, I get it, Amber. I get it, and I know $5 a month, I might be like, but with the price of everything, I get that $5 has to go to something. So you'll always see me do regular videos. It's just a weird job I have, and it's nice to have a smaller group of people, because this video has been good. Maybe the annoying people are all asleep, or the people in these internet cafes are not up yet, but they're like, hi, send me your Cash App. It is not your job to offend people. Oh, let's see, Teresa. You don't have to apologize for offending someone if you're being honest. If you offend somebody like you're fat, then yes, you need to apologize. But if I'm offending someone for saying, we stay down at the beach in the summer, we have a beach condominium, and that offends someone because they say you're entitled, what am I supposed to say? I realize that I'm privileged to have this beach condo. And if that offends you, I can't apologize. Right? Because I'm just being honest. I guess I could like pussyfoot around. I love the word pussyfoot. I could pussyfoot around and like try to not let anybody know what I'm doing, or pretend that I'm, just, I don't know. But then I'm not being honest. I don't get it. Most people are trying to project this image that they're perfect and wonderful, and I don't do that. I don't need to do that. But I'm also going to be willing to be honest about what we are doing. Yep, my mother always said that, Liz. Tell the truth. You don't have so much to remember. I think she would ask that. She would say that when she would say, like, what are you doing? And I'd be like, probably about to lie. On Paxlovid. I know, I want to take Paxlovid with us. Miss your subscriber videos. Oh, I hope so, Emerald. Difference of being honest and being brutal. How can I get in touch with Angela Thatcher? She is no longer in Spring Hope. So it's lifelong, I think it's lifelong NC Health and Wellness. She does weekly videos on does weekly sessions on my video. We were supposed to have one at 11:30. She's a PA and specializes in obesity medicine, which is awesome. I mean, I've lost 30 pounds. So anyway, I think I have about 70 subscribers that see her, and she does free, videos for us every week on different topics. So it's been really helpful. Get Paxlovid. I know, I'm trying. I texted the doctor. Oh, I like that, Kathleen. But anyway, I hope the medicine business for anybody out there gets it, and know that I get it. So if you have medicine questions about your children, I would encourage you to try to get an appointment with a pediatric psychiatrist. That I love Duke Autism, but you would like that. Anyway, it's really important. And don't, if somebody tells you, well, they don't need medicine, you just need to discipline. Lies. It's all lies. Carry on, people.